Ladies and gentlemen, oh, you are in for a treat today. This one? Oh, this one is going to be good. Because you see, I've been thinking about people. Not just any people, but those people. The ones who think they've got it all figured out. The ones who believe they can pull your strings, play their little games, and twist your mind like a puppet on a stage. Oh, but here's where the real joke is. Their biggest mistake? It wasn't the games they played. It wasn't even the lies they told. No, no, no. Their greatest crime was believing, oh, how deliciously foolish. They could outsmart you, outplay you, make you their little pawn in a game they thought they controlled. And that, my friends, is where the real punchline begins. Picture this. You, walking through life, heart wide open. You give, you care, you trust. A smile here, a favor there, a little patience, a little understanding. Because why not? After all, kindness is strength, right? Right? But here's where it gets interesting. They saw that kindness and mistook it for weakness. They thought your generosity was a crack in the armor, an invitation for manipulation. A fool, they thought, an easy mark, someone they could use over and over again, someone who'd never see it coming. Oh, but that's where they got it so wrong, isn't it? Because while they thought they were the puppet masters, you were always 10 steps ahead. They thought they had control, but really, you let them think they did. Because why worry about a few rounds in a game you've already won? And then, then, the moment arrives. The cracks start showing. The masks start slipping. At first, they think they're invincible, playing their little tricks. But you saw it all. Every lie, every manipulation, every quiet little betrayal. And yet, you stayed silent. Why? Because you knew. You knew they would destroy themselves in the end. And oh, didn't they just? They kept pushing, thinking they were getting away with it, all while you were quietly sharpening your blade. Oh, the irony. Because when the moment finally came, when you stood up, when you walked away, that's when the real game ended. And the best part? They never even saw it coming. Because here's the thing about people who think they can manipulate you. They never plan for the day you finally wake up. They never expect the moment you've had enough. And when that moment arrives, oh, it's glorious. That look, the sheer shock, when they realize you were onto them the whole time, that you were never the fool they thought you were, that their biggest mistake was underestimating you. Oh, that is the real punchline. And then, with nothing left to say, you walk away. No rage, no revenge, just silence. And that, my friends, is what truly haunts them. Because now, they've lost. And not just you. Oh no, they lost something irreplaceable. And let's talk about that, shall we? Because after you leave, oh, they will search for you. They will try to fill that void. They will look for another you. Someone kind, someone patient, someone who sees them. But guess what? They never will. Because people like you, people who give their all, who love deeply, who care unconditionally, they are rare. And once you've had the real thing, every cheap imitation afterward is just a disappointment. Oh, they'll try. They'll try to replace you. Find someone easier, someone who won't see through their games, someone they can control. But deep down, they'll know. They lost the best thing they ever had, and they'll have to live with that regret forever. Now, let's talk about respect. You gave them yours. You gave them your trust. You gave them your heart. And what did they do? They stomped on it. They laughed at your loyalty. They mocked your kindness. They thought they were untouchable. But here's the thing about people like that: they believe they're invincible right up until the moment they fall. And oh, fall they will. Because life has a funny way of balancing itself out. You can only mistreat people for so long before the universe decides enough is enough. And when that day comes, when their games finally catch up to them, oh, they'll look around and realize they are utterly alone. And here's the kicker: they will never forget you. No matter how far they run, no matter how many people they try to replace you with, you will always be there, in the back of their mind, the one who got away, the one they couldn't break, the one who played the game better than they ever could. Because, my friends, true power, it isn't about manipulation. It isn't about games or control. True power is knowing who you are, standing tall, even when others try to tear you down. True power is walking away because you know your worth. And oh, they'll remember you. They'll remember the day they thought they could play you. And they'll laugh at themselves for even trying. Because in the end, you weren't just a player in their little game. You were the one who rewrote the rules. So to all those who thought they could outsmart, outplay, outmaneuver the kind-hearted, you thought you had the upper hand, didn't you? You thought you could pull the strings and manipulate the outcome. But the joke was on you. Because you never saw the real punchline coming. You never realized that the one you thought you were playing had already won. And that, my friends, that's the funniest part of all.